Hi there, and welcome to the Belltower Books virtual training session. Now, let's get started. During this session, we will cover everything that you, as a buyer, need to know about the buyback process, your mobile app, the campus captain, payment, and prizes. Be sure to have a pen and some paper handy in order to write down notes or any questions you might have in regards to the training information. Go ahead and grab your mobile device, open up the Belltower Books app, log in, click Menu, and then Buy Books. To enter your first book into the Belltower app, simply hit the Scan button on the bottom left. From there, you will essentially snap a picture of the book's barcode. There's no need for a shutter button, as you can simply focus the camera over the barcode about 46 inches away, and the ISBN number will register in your app. If for any reason the barcode is unreadable or the sticker is scratched, you can also manually enter the ISBN into your app. An ISBN is the identification number for any given book. It can be 10 or 13 digits long and can be found either directly over the barcode or on the inside title page of a book. The scanning section allows buyers to click loose leaf for scanning or entering binder editions. If the price comes up as over $20, the app won't allow them to process the sale and will have them contact the RD. Once the book is entered into the app, you will be able to check out the title, ISBN, and price that Belltower offer for this item. You can scan as many books as you'd like per transaction, and the app will calculate the total amount Belltower will pay for any number of books. As you can see on the screen, there's a random queue in this price list. These are what we call quarter books. Quarter books are typically old edition, custom published, or international versions that Belltower can't justify paying too much for. Therefore, each is priced at 25 cents. That being said, you won't be handing out change to your customers, and instead, each quarter book rounds up per transaction. Say, for example, a student brings you 5 quarter books. This would total $1.25, which the app would then round further up to $2. Some of you will slowly realize that there's a loophole to the system wherein you can actually pay $1 per quarter book by simply separating the books into single transactions. Unfortunately, this is against company policy, as we purposely value these books at 25 cents. As such, there's a security system built into your apps that can detect what we call quarter padding and lock a buyer out, preventing them from continuing to buy. Obviously, the few dollars you may receive in commission by quarter padding is not worth ending your buyback. So to avoid this, please be sure to scan all of students' books in one single transaction. If for any reason a student does not want to sell you just one of their books, say for example a Q book they think they can get more for elsewhere, simply click Edit and hit the Delete button next to the book. Specialty books are international editions, custom published, or instructor's editions. With that said, all these books have a unique ISBN. If you encounter a specialty book, check to verify you are entering the correct ISBN in your app. Do not enter the student edition ISBN for specialty books. If you enter the wrong ISBN for these books, you will be charged for the difference. Keep in mind, specialty books are not worth much on the national market and should typically be priced at a quarter. Once a student is absolutely sure that they do want to sell you their books, you're going to hit Finalize. This saves the transaction in your app and counts towards your commission, so always remember to hit Finalize. Belltower Books does not offer refunds, so it's important to emphasize that fact at the time of purchase. Make sure you are not buying a rental book. Pay the student the total amount listed on your app. Never sway from this amount and try to give more money to your friends, as it will only result in you losing money out of your paycheck, which nobody wants. Once you've exchanged books and money with the student, you'll also be prompted to enter in their email address. Now, I know this sounds like a pain, but it's actually beneficial for both you and the student. For you, you'll receive a 10-cent bonus for every unique email address you enter. Now, I know that 10 cents doesn't sound like too much, but you will get to hundreds of students on campus, and the bonus is a nice little perk at the end of the season. Think about it. 100 students is $10. As for the student, they will receive a 10% off coupon for belltowerbooks.com when they're ready to order their books for the next semester. Following the transaction, buyers also have the ability to track their performance directly on their apps. By hitting Info and Stats from the main menu, you can check out your basic buying stats, such as number of books bought and number of transactions, as well as your total buyback, which is the number you get paid on. Be sure to keep an eye on which commission level you are at, as sometimes just $1 more in buyback can mean the difference in up to $50 extra in your paychecks. Use this function to be sure you have the accurate amount of cash at all times. Your book amounts plus remaining cash should always equal the total amount of cash your campus captain has issued you. Moving on to audit stickers, you have each received your very own roll of stickers that you'll need to keep throughout the duration of buyback. These stickers act as a way for Belltower to identify which books you purchased. For this reason, buyers are responsible for stickering every single book they buy back. This is extremely important for you because this is actually how you get paid, based on the total dollar amount of stickered books you purchase. To sticker your books, simply place the audit sticker directly above, not on top of the original barcode of the book. That way, when we get these books back to our warehouse, our inventory team can scan your buyer sticker to see who bought the book, as well as the original barcode to see how much that book was worth, so we can then pay you on that amount. Stickers do not need to be placed on books in any specific order, but it is important that you do not lose your roll, as every sticker on it is assigned only to your buyer ID. To be sure you are assigned the correct sticker roll, please click the Stickers tab from your main menu and select Edit and Add to scan a random sticker from your roll. Okay, once you've finished stickering your books, you're going to place them in our handy-dandy Belltower bags. They're not too attractive, but they do get the job done well. Place the books in the bag spine up, side by side, nice and neat. Going back to stickering, I would suggest only bagging books that have already been stickered, leaving unstickered books unbagged. That way you can differentiate between the two and, again, ensure that you are stickering every single book. When you get sick of bags and bags of books piling up in your dorm room, you can give your campus captain, or CC, a call. Your CC is basically your lifeline for buyback, providing you with cash, bags, book pickups, and moral support right here on campus. Keep in mind that your CC will be extremely busy throughout buyback, managing the team of buyers, buying back books themselves, and then dealing with finals, of course, so it's important to maintain constant communication with them throughout buyback. Say, for example, it's Thursday night, and you realize you only have $200 Belltower cash left. You know that it's going to be a big buyback weekend, so text or call your CC as soon as possible to let them know you need more cash. That way, they can take time Friday to go to the bank, get you money, and ensure that you all have a smooth running buyback. As far as money is concerned, your CC will be distributing cash in $250 or $500 increments, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s, to ensure you're able to give exact change to sellers. They will sign out cash to each buyer directly from their app. When they sign out this cash, it is essentially assigning responsibility for that cash from them to you as the buyer. That being said, it's very important to remember that you each signed an IC agreement with Belltower Books, acknowledging that, yes, you are responsible for our funds while they are in your possession. So please be smart. Do not leave your Belltower cash in your dorm room or flaunt it in any way. Please do not Instagram yourself feigning the money or making it rain. Trust me, that will not turn out well. You were each hired because we felt you were trustworthy, well-connected students. So just use common sense and you'll be fine. Now that we've finished up the logistics of the job, it's time to get down to business. We are training your team weeks before finals so that you can take full advantage of our new buyback strategies. This unique timeline method has been modeled after Belltower's most successful buyers who have coined the strategy's catchphrase, "Buyback is as easy as 1, 2, 3." In order to have a successful buyback and ensure that you are making the most money possible, it's important that you adhere to these 3 steps and their timeline as closely as possible. Number 1, research. While this step may be the most boring piece of the Belltower process, it is vital to your success. Research should begin right now, about 2 weeks before finals, and entails identifying high-value books on your campus. These high-value books are where you'll be making most of your money, so take this next week to find as many as you can. Check prices on your campus to find high-value books. Make note of where and when those classes are held, and advertise while they're still meeting in regular session. Then find out when and where each course with a high-value book is holding their final exam. Create a schedule and pair up with a fellow buyer to do exam sits, which are hands down the number 1 buyback tactic for our most successful buyers. By sitting outside of exams, you can get to tons of big money books in a single sitting rather than running all over campus to 50 different appointments. In order to capitalize on this lucrative buyback strategy, you must first take the time to do this research. Now let's talk about marketing. Pause this video now and click the link for the Belltower Buyer Marketing tutorial below. You're back. To recap, marketing should occur about 1 week before finals. Make sure every student on campus knows that they can come to you when they're ready to sell back their textbooks. Remember, you are the best resource, as you know what people like and dislike on your campus, so use that to your advantage. Use social media, flyers, and your classrooms for buyback success. Now that you know how to advertise for Belltower, you should also learn exactly what you're marketing. At Belltower, we like to say that we basically have 3 main selling points. The first is convenience. We are by far the most convenient textbook buyback because students don't even have to leave their rooms to sell back their books. They can call, text, or make an appointment and have a buyer at their door within minutes, giving them cash for their books on the spot. I don't think there's anything better than that on campus. Secondly, Belltower buys back every single book. If you have a binder version, workbook with pages missing, or even an iClicker for one of your lectures, we'll take it, regardless of condition. Lastly, Belltower does not operate on a quota system. Your bookstore, as with most, can only purchase a limited number of books per semester. Early on in finals week, they may offer a somewhat competitive price to Belltower, but typically about 2 days in, they start hitting their quotas, drop their prices, and actually stop taking books back altogether. This is where you're going to be doing the large bulk of your buyback. Those last 3 days of finals, when students are done with their finals, ready to get off campus, the bookstore has bad prices, so they come directly to you. At Belltower, we never change prices and don't have quotas, so your fellow classmates will know they're getting the best deal possible. Last but not least, moving on to step 3 of buyback, it's time to buy. The start of your buyback means it's time for all of your research and marketing prep work to pay off. While you will each receive your Belltower cash as soon as you begin advertising, buyback will not actually begin until finals week, and more specifically, the last 3 days of finals. During this time, you should be prepared for appointments 24/7. Be sure that you have located as many high-value books courses as possible and advertised all over campus to ensure that students actually know that they can come to you when ready to sell their books. Have your exam sit schedules ready and pair up with a fellow buyer to tackle these sits together. It's much easier to have someone to share the load, literally, during this time, and there is plenty of buyback to go around, so work together with your team and help each other out during buyback. Most importantly, you want to remain patient throughout buyback. At the beginning of finals week, many of my buyers will text me worried that they've only purchased $100 worth of books so far. 2 days later, they're flying past the $3,000 mark and are well on their way to giant paychecks. While it may seem slow going these next few weeks, buyback picks up incredibly fast, so be patient and prepare for quite a busy week. Now on to everyone's favorite slide, all about money. At Belltower, we believe in pay for performance. Our culture was founded on the basis that this is the only fair compensation method because employees get out what they put into their work. As you can see from the chart, buyers are compensated based on the total dollar value of stickered books they buy back. One more time, I can't stress enough how important it is to be sure you sticker every single book. Buyers start out earning 5.5% and work their way up to 15% the more they purchase. For first-time buyers, this semester you should be aiming for between $3,000 and $5,000 in buyback, but certainly do not limit yourselves to that. Last semester, our top 3 buyers were first-timers, all of whom purchased well over $8,000 of books. As you can see from the chart, that's a pretty nice chunk of change for just 1 week's worth of work. Buyers can expect to receive their checks between January 1st and 15th in a fall semester or June 1st and 15th in the spring. As with most first-time jobs, there's a 2-week lag for paychecks, but ours is for a different reason. Once your campus completes buyback, your books must be picked up and trucked all the way to our offices in Philadelphia to be inventoried. From there, we scan and list every single book purchased in the buyback season, check for discrepancies, and then begin writing checks. To expedite this process and ensure that no deductions will be made from your checks, please be sure to sticker every single book and return the proper amount of cash to your campus captain at the close of the season. Who likes prizes? Yeah, I thought you did. Let's go. Belltower offers a prize lottery of $400 cash. If any buyer exceeds any of the shown amounts, they get either 1, 2, or 3 of the according entries into the lottery. In addition, returning buyers who improve their performance will also receive a 0.5% raise. We also offer prizes regional and company-wide. Our top regional buyer will get a Kindle Fire tablet or Amazon Fire TV. The second highest company-wide buyer will receive an Apple iPad, and the top company-wide buyer gets a $1,000 cash bonus. Congratulations, you are now officially a trained Belltower buyer. Keep in mind that you must complete the mandatory quiz. Click below to find the link and password. Remember, you can always refer back to this training video if you need answers or contact your campus captain or regional director. Let the buyback bonanza begin.